friends. Welcome to Ramblings of a Middle-Aged Card Collector. Tonight on episode 13, Collecting with TDArt. Art drops, mystery sketches, and oh my. Tonight's guest, excuse me. Sometimes I smoke a little too much before the show. So tonight we'll be stepping into the world of original comic art, published pieces, commissions, covers, and sketches, and some awesome hobby exclusive themed sketch drops. Tonight's guest is Tatiana Dykes, the founder of TDArt Gallery and the director of events at Comic Art Fans. Tatiana works directly with some of the most talented comic artists in the hobby, helping collectors discover original art, commission custom pieces, and take part in awesome hobby exclusive drops like themed sketch card releases and Comic Art Live. She's deeply involved in the collector community, supporting artists, organizing Comic Art Fans events, and making it easier than ever for collectors of all levels to enjoy original art. Welcome, my friend.
Thank you so much for having me, Matt. I'm super excited to be here tonight.
I'm super excited to have you. I was looking forward to this for a while, so thanks again for coming on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everyone, if you have any kind of questions for Tatiana, please feel free to post them in the chat. And do not forget to enter #rambleon throughout the show to be entered in the giveaway. Tonight's giveaway will be a blank for the Comic Art Live Mystery Sketch event. So if you win, make sure to send me your info on Instagram, and I'll mail that over to you. Good luck to everybody. So tonight, I figured it'd be real nice. With Comic Art Live coming up with the mystery sketches, you're killing it with some of these really cool themed sketch card drops. Art drops are awesome with your art gallery group. So let's just take it in. For listeners and watchers who may haven't taken the jump into original art yet, what is TDArt Gallery?
So that's a great question. You hit on some stuff when you did the introduction, but essentially it's my initials, obviously, Tatiana Dykes. I've been working in the comic book original art industry since I was 18. I've been collecting art since I was 19. So I've been doing this for quite a long time, working in different parts of the industry. And it's been getting close to 10 years with TDArt, where I decided that I was going to step into the professional world of being an art rep, working directly with artists, representing their sales, and bridging that between the collector community and the artists to help to kind of ease that, to create a win-win. A big thing for me that you touched on in your intro that I love is one of my sayings with TDArt is that art collecting is for everyone. So I believe that you can be an art collector no matter what your budget is. There's something out there for everybody. And yeah, we try to do a wide variety of different things so that people can get stuff no matter what kind of things they like. I also represent a large variety of different types of artists. So a lot of different styles, people coming from, different backgrounds and stuff. So you can hit the characters you like, you can get to know new artists, and you can do that no matter what your budget is.
I love that. We're going to be diving deeper into a few of the topics that you just mentioned. But you kind of just touched base on how you created TDArt. What drove you? Were you a collector first? Were you just a lover of art? And that's what got you into saying, you know what, I'm just going to go for it and start representing.
So, collecting for a long time, you get to know people, build relationships. And I felt like there was enough of a need out there that I wanted to jump into the art repping game. I felt like I could really bring unique qualities to the table. I have a little bit of a different kind of, I think, skill set and passion than a lot of other reps do. I try to think outside the box. I try to do some different things with my artists. And so I felt like there was a space for what I could provide in the art collecting community. And I also wanted to bridge that gap between collector and artist. So my boyfriend's also a comic book artist. So,
Nice.
So I can see kind of both sides of things and understand where some of the challenges are. And a shout out to Charles Hobart, who's one of my artists. I see him in the chat right now. So shout out to Charles.
Shout out, Charles. Thanks for joining and hanging out. That's awesome. Yeah, that's great. I love the origin, and that actually brings it in. You filled a niche that was needed, and you did it perfectly. I mean, your art group is one of the top ones when I think of what I want to get. Some of your artists are incredible. The commissions that I've gotten from your artists in the past, I could just tell you from personal experience, Tatiana was full 100% clear on any kind of communications, reached out. There was no gap or delay or question. She walked me through it, and it was top notch. So I highly suggest getting a commission from any of the artists and talking to Tatiana. And I was actually asking her before. I was like, oh, maybe I'll look through your OAX pre-show commissions and see, go through your artists. But her artist sold out already. So she will be dropping another artist's name during Comic Art Live. So look out for that. But that's just to say the type of artists that she's got going on, guys. I mean, they filled up. Eric Grove is one of my favorite artists. Nur Levy is doing great. So these are some great artists that I'm looking forward to seeing as far more what they can do. So do not forget to get the opportunity for Comic Art Live mystery sketches. I believe that's open until the event, right? So
yeah, 9 days. You have 9 days left to sign up. And I just got another batch in from Bill that was signed to my artists, and I love how creative people get with their requests. It doesn't matter like what you like. If you just are like Wolverine, that's also totally fine. We love that. But I love seeing the huge variety. I actually requested one for myself a couple weeks ago. I might put in a second one. We'll see. My goal is by OAX that I'm gonna start like mystery sketch trading. You know, trade binder, trading with people. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
I like that idea. That's actually a really cool idea. I like that a lot.
Yeah, you know, coming from you know, a lot of the card world, trading is so much fun, and a lot of original art, a lot of comic art collectors miss out on that. There's some trading, but it's not quite done in that same way. Whereas like when you have your binder with cards in it, you know, that trading part. I've been playing Magic the Gathering forever. I used to collect a lot of trading cards and stuff back in the day. And I love that feeling of like, let's just trade and have fun. And so I like that casual fun component.
Nice. Wolverine Claws out saying, looking forward to seeing what Jason Johnson does for me at OAX. Nice. I'm wondering what you're probably getting a Wolverine. What's up, Raj? That's very cool. Very cool. Great. I love the history and the passion that you have with art, with comics. You know, I did the trading card too thing. When I think about a binder, it's not just to put it on the shelf. I remember at lunch in school trading the cards that were in it to accomplish whatever goal I was trying to achieve, whether it was a character I was going for, or, you know, the way at least I had Marvel cards back in the day, you know, it filled a 9-pager. So sometimes you wanted to fill the whole in the page. So you had all 9 characters of the scene going on. So, and then, you know, my son plays Magic the Gathering heavily. So I've been seeing how he does with you know, getting cards he needs to build his deck specific, or he may have cards his friends have, or he even goes to the store and they do the whole trading. So it's real cool that the trading is still in the aspect of cards, and the thought of doing it with the mystery sketches is, I like that a lot. And I might bring my binder now. I'm very intrigued.
Yeah, I brought it up to Kazra and built it in. Kazra was like, oh my God, I love that idea. I mean, it's just so fun. It just reminds you of being a kid. You know, everyone's sitting down on the floor, like, you know, cross-legged with all their binders and trading stuff and getting all excited. Like, look, I want to bring that back.
Ah, yeah. I like that. That's definitely an event for the Penthouse, right? I mean, that'll be fun.
Yep, absolutely. We're going to have Magic stuff going on too. I don't know if your son's going to make it to the show, but we're going to be doing more Magic. We're ramping it up this year. I'm really excited. Yeah,
he, you know, he goes off to college next year, and he happened to turn 18 in October. So I was like, you know what? Why don't we go to OAX? So he's going to come to OAX 2026 with me, and nice. He's psyched for the Magic events and everything. So we will be there. He's teaching me how to play, so I can get ready for the show, because otherwise I'll just be swept all over the floor with, but it's all right. It's fun.
Well, we offer one of the things that we did at the show this year that's different is that we offered the one event we had was really like a how to play.
Mm-hmm.
So we had folks come in who had never played before. I'll give a shout out to someone I'm sure a lot of people in the chat know, Justin Underwood. Yeah. He came to the event and he hadn't played before. He learned so fast. We were able to take him from like that entry level. And then I had pre-made some commander decks for people to try out. He was playing commander. He was beating some of us. We've been playing for years and years. So it's, we want everybody to be there. We don't want anyone to feel intimidated. No matter what level you're at, you're going to have a lot of fun.
Oh, that's good to know. And that's a lot of fun. Yeah. Spidey hits. Take it out, Magic the Gathering. Shout out.
We got him hooked.
It's awesome. I like that a lot. Let's go into art for collectors. When someone comes to your website, what kind of art can they find? Covers, published pages, sketches?
You can find everything on the website. I represent a lot of comic artists, so you'll find a lot of published comic work. I also represent illustrators, so you'll find things like fantasy paintings, sci-fi, horror, and then a lot of crossover stuff too. So pretty much anything you're looking for. There's a wide variety on there. I also take consignments for clients sometimes, so you'll also find art from other artists who I don't represent, but you'll see like a pretty wide variety. So, and if anybody's ever looking for something, I keep a list of like clients looking for stuff. So if I have something, I can tell you, oh, I have this you might like, or I can say, I'll add you to this list. And, and if something comes in that you would like, then I can reach out to you and let you know.
Got it. Yeah. And that's always something great to know. If you guys see a slot that's full, or an artist that hasn't really stated they've done a commission, or an artist that hasn't done a commission in a very long time, I, from personal experience, do know, just reach out to the rep or the artist, and the artist will talk to the rep and say, you know what, I'm intrigued by this person's commission request. Maybe they want to draw that character and they haven't drawn it in a while, or maybe they actually have free time in between whatever they got going on in life. You'll never know unless you ask. So there's no stupid question. So
absolutely,
go for it.
Absolutely.
And like I said before, the communication that Tatiana provided me and other people that I've known through the request and email and everything was quick, and it ended very well. So I was happy with my Eric Grove piece that I got was one of my favorite pieces that I have on my wall. So do not miss out. Do not sleep. Do not sleep on opportunities.
Yeah, and I always put people on wait lists. The 3 artists that we've opened lists for so far, so Eric Grove, Jason Johnson, and Jeremy Wilson, their pre-book lists for OAX are all full, but reach out to me. If you're like, hey, I'd love to get something in case there's time, it never hurts to have that. And you never know when somebody, like maybe Eric busts through his, and then he has time to take another one. It's great if I can just go to somebody on a list and say, hey, I have this. Of course, they'll all be, Jeremy might not, but the other 2 will be drawing at the show as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's cool to see when artists do the drawing at the show, especially if it's visible at the booth and you can walk up and see the process or whatever they're working on. And it's such an intimate setting at OAX to where you could actually do that and, not feel pushed or crowded or cameras all over you and all this crazy stuff. I love it. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. It's the show that I'll be going to every year as long as some uncontrollable thing happens. So knock on wood, but we will be there. So I'm looking forward to seeing it. I will be picking up an OAX commission from Eric Grove there. Very excited, very excited. He did a man thing for me already. So this year, 2026 will be DC themed. So I'm going DC themed. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that commission he did for you is killer. It's really, really nice. He's working on some other pre-painted stuff that we're going to debut at the show as well. So there'll be a lot of new stuff to check out too.
That's awesome. That's very exciting. I'm looking forward to that because you're sleeping on it. If not to say none of the other artists aren't good, but you're sleeping on an opportunity for Eric Grove if you don't get it, because the pieces I see him do are just over and over and over again. I mean, I got that Invincible bust for my son, and it has like his color testing in the top corner and everything.
Mhm.
We love it. He loves it. He's like, this is great. I love the way it works. We got it in a frame on his wall in his bedroom, and it's just his work improves. It's just getting better. So, and that's the same with all the artists. So if you see something in Comic Art Live, make sure to watch it. It's free. Go in there, even if you didn't get a sketch. It's a great way to see some artists' work in different critiques, right? Because people are asking for different characters. Maybe some artists have different styles, and this is a way for that artist to now test this style out in a way to get better in a new critique they might do, or a new way they want to paint a certain way. So it's always good to look at it. I love watching it. The first year I watched it, it was live, and I was like, oh man, I didn't do my research enough, so I missed out. So I couldn't wait until the following one, which was before May, which was last November too?
Yeah, so they're every May and November. Mm-hmm.
There you go. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. So I missed out 2 Mays ago, and then last May, and then I was able to get. I'm saying that wrong. I missed May of 24, and then I was able to get November, and then May of this year, and then I'm doing it again for November.
Nice.
And, yeah. I'm doing Batman and Joker. So we'll see.
Yeah, we were working on the programming today. We have the panels almost all done. So, everybody make sure to check that out. We have panels running. The show's next weekend. So the panels will start. We'll have the mystery sketch kind of live draw chat thing on Friday night. And then we have panels all day, Saturday and Sunday. We have a lot of fun stuff coming up. So people are going to want to make sure they tune in for that on the CAF Plus channel.
Yes. 100%. And then tonight, a bunch of our friends are on the CAF Plus channel. It's going on right now. And they're going to be doing OAX pre-show commissions. It's our boy PJ, Mannix, and Miko. So make sure to go check those gentlemen out tonight. Not to say leave my stream, but you can jump back and forth.
You can have two tabs. That's fine.
There you go. But support our boys over there. We love Next Comic Art, and PJ's one of our greats. So make sure to go check those guys out. How often do you release new art or commission openings on your website?
Oh, that's a good question, and the answer is it completely depends. So, Kazra, you're silly. So Kazra, see, 2 tabs. I'm telling you, you can go back and forth. The art drops can vary. I try to space things out, but sometimes things happen kind of on top of each other. Like I'm going to have 2 or 3 things happening in a row the next few days. So it just depends. Go on my website. There's like a sign up. You can sign up for my newsletter on the main page if you just kind of scroll down to the bottom. And then you'll get info as soon as stuff's happening. You get like sneak peeks about stuff. So I would definitely recommend that. Because it's because all the artists I work with do so many different things. There's not like a regular kind of a schedule, so it can vary.
Gotcha.
But all the time is really like, don't want to miss out because it's all the time.
There you go. Make sure you subscribe to the newsletter, and that way you'll be up to date all the time. And again, don't be afraid to reach out. Because not everyone has the money exactly when a commission drops. You know what I mean? Sometimes you save a little and you're like, oh, I'm curious about that artist. You never know. I mean, from last year, this year's OAX 2025, I missed Joshua Casara's commission. And I just happened to be like, you know what? I reached out on Instagram. It was kind of vague. So I was like, all right, maybe when I see him on the show floor. So I did. I saw him on the show floor day 1. And I asked, and he did. He did a commission for me. He did an 8x10, and he did it at the night at the hotel. It came out amazing. And so don't be afraid to ask. You never know. No question's a stupid question, unless you ask it a million times.
Yeah, so. No, absolutely. And I always take payment plan on everything.
It's good to know.
With commissions, generally it's, I do require full payment up front, but I can split that. So you can get your spot held. And then once it's paid off, then it goes onto the artist's, list of things to work on. Yeah. So I always want people to have every opportunity. And I don't want the, oh, well, I don't have all the money today, but I'll be able to have it. Like, I want those people to also be able to participate.
Love it. Love it. Yeah. And another thing, I mean, I'm just jumping around all over, but you know, a great thing to say about TDArt is anytime I've watched you guys do the like themed sketches drops or the art drops, price points are very affordable, guys, compared to some other, you know, art groups with amazing artists across the board. But great price points when you see a TDArt drop. Artists are killing it. They're only getting better. So make sure you check out for those artists, because I'm telling you, I some of the sketches that I saw on the Spider-Man drop were like what, $75 to $90 for most of them that I saw. Obviously, there were some that more expensive, but I was like, wow, that's a steal. You know, you got don't miss that out. That's a great sketch. You know what I mean? And Spider-Man theme was such a cool theme. And we're gonna get into that more because I want to know where you're gonna go with that. You know what I mean? Are you going to do more themed sketch drops? Are you going to incorporate larger pieces for like upcoming? So say like it's a themed sketch drop, but you might do like 3x5s or 5x8s or other sizes like that, with obviously a different price range. But ever think of doing that to incorporate with the themed art drops?
So I don't have a date for the next drop, but it's being worked on. There have been some interesting challenges in the printing world. I'm going to get to Casper's note here in just a second. I didn't say anything because I wasn't sure if I could, but he said I could. So I'll talk about that in a second. But I'm working with a well-known collector in the card art community. I was talking with him some, and Eric Grove and I have been chatting about it with the sketch card drops, and we're planning on just continuing down that path, like full steam ahead. We're going to make the sets even more collectible. I'm looking at doing, checklists and all of that kind of stuff, making all of the cards different for each drop, so that it's hyper collectible. So like if there's 100 cards in a drop, that PSC is only for that drop. And like they all look different. And so,
I like that.
We already have some ideas for next year. I'm probably going to do some larger drops, like X-Men, right? That can be a large drop. And then we can do smaller drops, like, other franchises, Masters of the Universe, TMNT, like, stuff that people still love and collect, but, we don't need to do as large of a drop of it. So I'm working on that right now, hoping that we can do the next drop in the next few months.
Okay.
If the printing thing wasn't weird, it would already be worked out, but I'm working on it right now. I'm really excited about it. It's going to be really collectible. People aren't going to want to miss out on it. And I have a feeling that as these continue and they get more and more popular and collectible, the prices are going to have to go up. So jump in if you haven't. I still have a handful of the Superman and Spider-Man pieces left. So there's a handful from each of those drops left on my website if anyone's interested in those. I'm also always totally open to, now Tony Perna is in here harassing us. Look at this. He's got to follow me no matter where I am, Tony. Anywhere I am. So I love Tony. Tony designed my PSCs. And see, look, Tony, you made me forget what I was talking about. So yeah, I have a handful of each of the previous drops available, and so if anybody wants to check them out, those are up there right now.
Okay, yeah, take a look.
And so the first two drops have been on I'll go ahead and share this is the 2025 stock. So the front just has the little,
hold on.
There we go. The front just has the little quill on it from my logo. And then the back, it's similar to like when you crack a pack, the congratulations. And then it has the year on it, 2025, box for the artist signature. So these are the 2025 ones that I got. They're almost gone. Look, that's all that's left.
Wow.
So those are fantastic. When I do the drops in the future, they'll each be, it'll say what drop it is instead of it just being the year. It'll say what drop it is.
Okay.
And then each person who buys a piece will also get the checklist. So it'll feel like a regular card set.
Yep.
And so you'll know all the cards that are out there. And yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. So stay tuned for news on that soon. Very excited
big.
about that.
That is big. I like that a lot. Now, when you say it's going to say, you see the card stock's going to change for each drop? Like
yes. So each one will be a different printing. So they'll be hyper limited. Yeah.
Cool. I like that a lot. That has a lot of, you should do a binder.
I do want to do a binder. I have had difficulty trying to get a printer to be able to get back to me to do the binder.
Okay.
So I'm happy to talk to you later if you have ideas, because I've been trying to find some different printers because I want to get binders done too.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah.
But then it's to you, well, to your group, to your art group, to the artists in your group. Like you said, it's hyper collectible. You should have it. I like that a lot, especially, and if you're going to do, like Raj is saying, we love checklists. And if you're going to actually make a checklist with the artists, with the known sketch cards that are out there, meaning like the character they did or how many they did, that is what we're missing right now in the collector community as a whole, with sketch cards. I don't know what's out there right now for Man-Thing, who's doing what, if it's even real, because some of these sketch backings seem too similar between these sets. So it's real. I'm kind of just personally, I'm staying away from newer sketch cards that are on officially released stock. So I'm kind of just sticking with Upper Deck previously releases. So to me, that's really, really intriguing. I know who you talk to. So I would love, I have ideas as well. And happy birthday, Raj.
Happy birthday, Raj.
Happy birthday. So yeah, I love that idea. And I think that's big. And I think that'd be huge for the sketch card community. I love that.
Yeah. So that's what's coming up next. Best 3-hour meeting I've had at midnight ever in my life. You know, you're excited when it's 2 a.m. and you just can't stop talking.
Yeah. And then you just lay in bed wide awake, like all these things. Like,
it was great. Yeah. And I'm sure he and I will be talking again soon. But yeah, so everybody keep an eye out for that. That's happening. It's just the printer thing's been weird, getting that worked out. And then we'll be off to get that happening. So I've told my artists that things are going to be happening, but I haven't told them yet. So Charles is going to be the first one of my artists to hear.
There you go.
So it's going to be exciting. And Charles has been totally killing it on any of the drops that we've been doing. Trying to get him to come out to OAX, not 26, but maybe we'll talk him into 27. I wanted to get back to what Kazra was saying. So if you're a Josh Cassar fan, you might want to watch the weekly update next week, Thursday.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. I like that a lot. I like to hear that a lot. Because to be honest, the reason I missed his opportunity for pre-OAX commissions was because for 25, he was doing them on Whatnot. So that was kind of, I get it, but it was kind of rough to rather you're competing against other people on Whatnot, and sometimes that gets a little wild. So I'm very happy to hear it's going to be on CAF Plus through OAX's website. Awesome. So good job.
So we want to make sure people get the opportunity. Just make sure you follow the CAF Plus page. You can click to get notifications and then sign up for the newsletters through the CAF website, because when you get the newsletters, it'll have a little bit longer of an explanation about here's what's going to be on this episode. And we make sure that people know, these are the pre-books that we're opening, other things that we're going to talk about. So it looks like they just opened Mannix's list, because I'm getting a bunch of emails right now on my CAF email.
Oh.
So Mannix's list must have just opened.
That's awesome. Jump on Mannix, guys. Jump on Mannix. Do we not
Oh,
miss
he's
out?
the first name, so it's easy. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, that's awesome. I reached out to Jiggy previously.
You're like, hey, I need something.
It's like, Justin? Like,
yep.
no, because when I saw Mannix at New York Comic Con, we talked, and then PJ and I were discussing. So I'm definitely excited for those two artists. I'm excited for Eric's as well. I've been working through this list that I have of commissions. I had to write things down, to be honest with you, because I was like, it's like, do I have a commission pre-show commission from this person? And I was like, oh my God, I do. Oh, it's paid for? Oh, I gotta write all that stuff down. Like, I had no idea. I had stuff on different papers everywhere. So now I have a nice notebook that my girlfriend got me, and I just write everything down. I update it, and it helps. It helps. It helps with the plan, with the game plan, guys. It's all about your game plan of attack. Because it is a process to, especially if you're going for a bunch of artists, to make sure that you keep up with everything, like you're saying, to be informed, hit those notification bells, subscribe to those email subscriptions, because you don't want to miss any information. Because some artists just fill up real quick. I mean, like you're saying, you're seeing Mannix popping off. I think, Cosper was saying he's doing 15 sketch cards. Oh, man. I think I gotta like pause this show for a second here.
I just put my request in. Do you want me to start talking so you can put your request in?
Oh, there he is.
I wanted to make sure that people didn't, people knew. And it's funny because it's through my Outlook. So I get a notification every time I get an email in my CAF email box, because we get copied on all of those and they're all showing up. So
that's funny.
That's funny. Very funny.
I'm going to be doing this real quick here. I don't want to miss out. Even though we talked, I just want it to be official. Yeah, so I would show you guys what I'm doing. We did this previously when Costa was on. I'm just filling it out. I'm putting in my request for the sketch card, putting in the title, name, email, and hitting send. And that's all you're doing.
Oh, man, yeah, they're coming in quick.
I bet they are.
I can see what you requested. Oh, I see it. Oh, it's Man Thing. Oh, I'm so surprised.
Oh, God, I have to. When I saw him at New York Comic Con, I was like, dude, Man Thing. We're going to do Man Thing. He's like, oh, I never did Man Thing. So I was like, then we're doing Man Thing.
Yeah, that's a really good. I always love seeing what people request from others. So. Yeah,
that's a really cool little sneak peek you get there, and you get to see these things. You're like, oh, that's a really cool idea. I like that idea. I might work with that in some way. I think Fire asked earlier if there'll be any raccoons in my DC commissions. Obviously, that's up to the artist if they do it. But I am putting in that request for the bigger pieces. Costa's doing Dupe with Diarrhea. Oh, I'm sure Fuller would want that one, maybe. He loves the dupes. Pound Ramble on. Raj knows what's up. And again, guys, tonight the giveaway is a blank sketch card for the Comic Art Live Mystery Sketch event. And if you win, good luck if you do. Make sure to hit me up on IG, and I will be sending you that card. All right, so let's keep this on moving. We touched base on a bunch of these questions that I had up for you. So let's just go on to, you showed the card stock. Here's just a little side question for you. How is the artist's reception on the cardstock going? They like working with it? Is it smooth? What do you got? Cougar Smooth going? You like that Cougar?
Yeah,
Smooth?
They really like it. I have the Cougar Smooth 160 pound, which is what we moved to. This is what we'll be using for the OAX 26 stock. So we had been using the 130. That's what is the mystery sketches on, which is great. This stock is fantastic.
Yeah.
And then they said, hey, we have 160 and do you want to try it out? And so I said, sure, I'll be the guinea pig. And I ordered it. And then I sent some to everybody on the team and we're like, yep, 160. It's nice. It's as thick as you can go without having to get like the ones with the core that are like extra.
Yeah. Yes.
Because people have mixed feelings about those. Some people love them and some people really don't like them. For me, they don't feel like cards. So it's
weird
for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I love these. I sent some to Tony too. Yeah, I'm glad you like them.
Yeah. I don't like the foam in the middle. you know, I mean, to each his own, collect what you want, how you want. But yeah, I don't, the aesthetic to me just drives me nuts. I'm like, it's two pieces of, you know, cards put together with the foam thing in the middle. Maybe some artists really like it, depending on what kind of style they do, or if they do heavy work or something. But I like OAX cardstock is perfect. I love it. The mystery sketch stock is great. So I'm really curious and excited to see about yours. I did the, what was it, 28.1 point, which was a little thicker with the Cougar Smooth. So I like
that's
it.
That's approximately the same as 160. It's similar.
Oh, it is? Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, that's what I did for the Sketch Live. I like it. It's thicker. But yeah, this is my first experience with creating sketch card stock.
Yeah. Well, look, Charles said in the chat that he likes it. So boom, it's good.
There you go.
You know, and we've tested a bunch of different, Eric's able to do acrylic and watercolor on him. So, because that was the test. It's like, test all this out. You know, I want Eric to be able to just kind of try a bunch of stuff, and it works really well.
That is a great test. Great field test.
And they don't get all bendy or weird.
Yeah, that's a concern. Really nice. That's a concern, especially if it's like heavy watercolors or something. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was like, I noticed that not with calf stock, with other stocks I've seen, and I was like, oh, why is it doing that? And then you start learning more about it, and I was like, oh, I didn't realize it's probably because it's not, you know, technically rated for the amount of work that they were doing to that card because of the stock quality.
Yeah, it can be really difficult. A lot of printers are a little befuddled when we say we want something printed so that it can be drawn on.
Yeah.
So, but the OAX stock has always been fantastic. I really love it. We're super excited to we're just about to get the stock in for the next show. And yeah, people are going to love it.
That's really cool. It's really cool. So not only are you, you know, the TDArt Gallery, you're also the director of events at Comic Art Fans. So how is it for you, the two colliding and working together? Is it good? Is it overwhelming? Is it a perfect mix for the two to like cohabitate, like a parasitic, symbiotic relationship in a way? You know what I mean? Because you're there, you have that perfect opportunity with all Comic Art Fans online. It's a huge community. So how is it for you personally?
The answer is yes. When Kazra and I first talked about me coming into this position, at the time I wasn't looking to take a job, you know, working for somebody else. But you know, I've known Bill forever. Bill and I used to work. We used to be part of a team that did a show together many years ago. And then I got to know Kazra over time with, you know, chatting about calf stuff and show stuff. And it just seemed like the perfect fit. I really, really enjoy this work. Is it overwhelming? Yes, it can be, especially when we're getting close to, you know, I'm the director of events, and then also I'm participating in these events as TDArt. So it just takes a lot of planning. There are things that I'm making sure to do way in advance as my year goes, so that it doesn't all pile up on me, you know, right before OAX. Yeah. Like some of my end of year stuff, other things that I would normally be doing in January, I've you know, made sure to space that stuff out. But it was just so natural, and working with people I already know, like the other people on the team, like Matt DiTullio and I have been friends for a long time as well. So, and it's been fantastic to get to know like Matt Sardo, who I hadn't known, which is shocking, but you know, we just have the best team. And also I think that it's important that I'm pretty good at kind of separating things out and not, I think some people, and not anybody in particular, but some people in this type of position might try to take advantage of their position with their company. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
But I'm just not that kind of person. Like Matt DiTullio is not that kind of person either. Yeah. So it works out great because yes, obviously there is going to be some connection and some promotion that's just going to happen, but none of it is like out of hand or pushed over other people. We keep those things separate and make sure to promote other people. So it's been a really good fit for me in that way because my brain works that way naturally anyway. So I can see of where things can be additive, but also making sure that, you know, all the boxes are checked and handling everything. And yeah, and then just working with the best team is fantastic, especially when you're doing stuff that can get really, really stressful.
Oh yeah. I know. I can tell you that working with the team when things get stressful and not everyone's jiving or fitting well together can be a nightmare. At least in the telecommunications industry. You know, one person's trying to do one thing, somebody else is trying to do the same thing but a different way, and not communicating. It can get real crazy. One of the funny things we say is there's no communication in the telecommunications industry because, you know, a lot of us, we work alone now. You know, we're isolated. We fix cell sites and rooftops and all this other stuff. So we don't really do the whole team thing like we used to. We used to be a big team, but then, you know, the world has been changing over the years. So they did a bunch of layoffs, teams grew smaller, and now you just got to be more efficient. And yeah, it's sometimes I don't see people I work with for a while. It's like
my uncle works in telecommunications, and that's a very common case for him as well. So
yeah. So it's cool to you know, we all when we get to do a team meeting and calls and everything, it gets pretty crazy because we're like, oh man, you know, it gets wild because we all
it is hard, you know, it is hard to work remotely. We keep meaning to. I don't know. See, Tony is so good at writing that line. If this is a good thing or a bad thing.
Vicky is a good thing.
It's only because it's coming from Tony that I'm getting it. So that's one of the bummers is that it is virtual. Obviously, we we make it work because we're all over. But we've been hoping to do more in person. It was really fantastic to. I got to see Matt DiTullio at Baltimore, so we hung out a little bit one night when we had the OAX meetup. Or the CAF meetup. And then I got to hang out with Bill and Kazra at a LuxCon a couple weeks ago. That was super fun. Because when it's your own show, you do not get the time. Like OAX does not count as an opportunity to hang out with the team, right? Because we're too busy doing other stuff. So it was nice being at somebody else's show, letting them do their thing, and then we could just be there as civilians.
Hanging. But yeah, like you're saying, at OAX, you're wearing two hats. You know what I mean? You're doing the events, making sure everything's going smoothly, but you're also being an art rep and dealer. So
yeah,
I can just see that could be a lot. So
yeah, I don't usually have help at my booth, but I have a good friend who helped this year and he's going to help again next year. Because at OAX, I can't. I have to have somebody help with my booth because the amount of time I end up having to leave and spend and do other stuff for the show, I have to absolutely have somebody there. So if you come by the booth, in February and I'm not there, you'll meet my very good friend Brian, who will be helping out, and I promise you I will be there. I will probably be the person running by so fast you can't, the flash going all over the place.
Right.
But I will eventually make it back if you wanted to see or talk to me. And then of course I'll be at all I'll be at preview night. I will be at the reception on Friday. I will I'll be at all of the things. So you will have other opportunities, but
yeah, the auction was great. That's right. I got to meet you at the auction floor. That was cool. That was a great event. It was done so much better than a lot of auctions I've seen done at other events. So bravo to all of you guys who put that together and the way you set it up and everything. I hope to see it just get better, and it was great. So I had a lot of fun at the auction, even though I didn't buy anything. You know, I had a lot of fun just hanging out. The open bar helped.
You know what though? It's I would say you're stronger than many because it's very hard to resist.
Oh yeah, it is. But I had to. I obviously do the pre-show commissions, but I bring money for the show floor. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, the auction. I was like, oh, that's something cool to do. And then I was like, oh, do I do the auction or do I not see if I can buy something on the show floor? So now that I'm aware of the auction, I've been putting a little extra just in case that moment comes where I'm like, ah, I'll lift that hammer. Yeah, I'll take this. I'll jump on that. I am excited to say I am picking up original published art from Next Comic Art at OAX. It's nothing crazy. It's nothing crazy, but it's a corner page of Man Thing from
Nice.
Lam Medina. So it is a published piece. So I'm excited for that.
That's
Big.
fantastic.
It's
Land
11 by
stuff
17.
is great.
Yeah. And so yeah, I'm excited to see that Jiggy will be bringing it to OAX, and I'll be grabbing that from him. That'll be fun. I'm starting to get more into the trying to get into little baby steps into the published comic art, and getting in there because it's cool. It's something that actually was in something, and you can refer to it as something that was published, and there's cool ways you could display it even, so I like it. And it's through me getting relationships and meeting people, like Tatiana, like Jiggy, like Matt Titulio, Matt Sardo, Kasra. You meet all these great people, and through them you meet artists, or you can build relationships with other artists, and you have no idea what doors or opportunities can be open for you to be able to get commissions, because that's how it worked for me. I mean, I was a little nervous at first. I was like, oh, I don't know, this might be expensive and everything. And then, I was like, oh, that's affordable.
Mm-hmm.
I could do that. Or especially like Tatiana was saying, you could put half down now and half down at completion. That's great. I mean, there's ways to get it. So don't be afraid to ask about how to get into it. Or even from people in the community, because people have doing it. I'm doing it more and more. I'm getting away from cards, not sketches, but cards. I've lost the flair of it. Is kind of going. I guess it's just another chapter in life. My son is older. My daughter isn't into cards. I tried to get her to open Lorcana with me, but she was like, nah, I'm not really into it. I'm gonna go play Roblox. So I was like, all right. So now it's just me.
Once you get into the 1-of-1 game, it's really hard to go back, because you're like, well, yeah, it's limited, but it's not 1-of-1 like any original is. So
correct.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. And that's what it was. Sketches that really got me into that whole premise, right? The 1-of-1. Oh, this is art. This is attainable. It's affordable. This is a one of a piece, one of a kind. This is a 1-of-1, especially the way now Topps is labeling. So, I mean, that's the way it goes. So that got me into saying, well, why can't I get sketches are taking up too much space right now for me. You know what I mean? Like, I can only display some of my Man Things. I can't display any more of my rockets because my OCD kicks in, and I'm like, oh, how am I going to do that? So now it's like, oh, now I want bigger pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Now I want comic art. And it's like, okay, well, I could put that on the wall. You know what I mean? Like my Eric Grove. You know what I mean? So, and all the other artists that I got there. So it is like you said, it's a stepping stone. It's a way to get into it, and it's attainable for people who are scared to do it.
And I think a lot of people, they think about how much something costs, but when you look at art from the lens of value versus just how much you're paying for it, what other things do we buy in our lives on a regular basis that, retain their value or increase in value? Because when you're getting these sketches, I mean, they're, the value that they go up varies, but they're never worth less, right? They're always worth that same amount. And almost everything else we buy in life, as soon as you buy it, now it's worth less than it was 5 minutes ago.
Yep. Yeah, totally agree. And I mean, some of these pieces are just amazing that I have. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, I wish this was bigger. You know what I mean? Like, it's on a card. Yeah, it's great. It's beautiful. But now I'm like, well, maybe I'll commission the artist to do this on an 8x10 or something. You know what I mean? Like, not the exact thing they did, but something like it. You know what I mean? So really starts to get your gears turning on how you can critique your own collection or future pieces you want to commission with artists that you're starting to like more or noticing more because you're actually working out like, oh, I really like this style. This artist does this style the way I like better than I've seen, or like that's how I'm starting to critique. I'm like, all right. And to be honest with you, Man Thing is an amazing character to ask an artist to do, to see the scope of their ability in ways to where it really tests. And then you could be like, all right, I'm going to stick with this. Or every time I see this artist, I'm going to get a commission, whatever size it is. I know I'm going to start to build a little gallery of that artist's work in my own, in my own home. You know what I mean? Because that's what it starts to get to, at least for me, where I'm like, because OA is beautiful. Like you said, it's art. And there's just some artists out there that, are so, like in your art group and next comic art, even in the Tulio Art Collect, there's so many artists that you could just be like, all right, I want this. So if I get a Man Thing from them and I like them, that means I'm going to get a commission every following year. Now, will it be a Man Thing again? No. I'm going to see what other challenges I can get that artist to do with a different character. You know what I mean? So that's
I will tell you, Man Thing is a character that a lot of artists really enjoy because it's a character that they can have a lot of fun with. There's, all of the like organic components and stuff. You can do a lot of fun with how you render that or how you paint that. And it's a character that people don't get asked to draw very often.
Yeah. Like every time I bring it up to an artist, they're like, oh yeah, I haven't, they either say they've never done it or they haven't done it in a long time. And I'm like, let's do it. And most of the time they seem very excited to do it. So you got to find that little niche. Like a lot of people are like, oh, Man Thing, it's like, that's not, if you're getting these opportunities, why aren't you asking for Spider-Man? Why aren't you asking for Wolverine? Why aren't you asking for these top tier characters? And I'm like, because my friends have those pieces. I can go on their gallery and look at them. You know what I mean? Like, that's not me. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Of course, maybe one day I'll get a Man Thing fighting some crazy character. You know what I mean? But for me, it's, to each his own, collect how you want, what you want, how you love it, and you'll never be upset. So
exactly. If somebody wants to go collect whatever the popular characters are, that's totally cool too.
That's it.
But if you have your, your niche character that you like to collect, the hard thing for me is trying to decide, of all the characters that I like, what do I want to get? And,
who's your favorite? If you were to get a commission.
It's really hard because it depends. I'm big for Marvel. I'm big X-Men, right? That's what I grew up with. So my two favorite X-Men are Storm and Nightcrawler.
Okay.
But I like a lot of different characters, and I thought about if I was going to start collecting sketch cards, then maybe I would start collecting Legion. Legion's a character I really like, and I think that's a great test because there's so many things you can do with that character, even though he's, just looks like a human because of his powers and stuff. There's so many things you can do there.
Oh yeah, you can make him maniacal looking, and you can do wild things with Legion, because all the different aspects and personalities.
Tony just said Lobo in the chat. I do love Lobo. I'm a big anti-hero fan. So I've been a fan of Deadpool since like forever, way before anybody knew who he was. We did, my friends and I went to WonderCon probably over 20 years ago. WonderCon was, it's owned by San Diego Comic-Con. And it used to be the Northern California show. So I lived in Northern California for a long time, and it used to be in Oakland. Then it moved to San Francisco, and then it moved to Southern California. But back when it was still like our Oakland show that it had been forever, there were these two cosplayers that were hanging out. There was a Spider-Man and a Deadpool cosplayer. And there's this dad with like his little kid sitting on his shoulders. And he's like, look, it's Spider-Man and Ninja Spider-Man. And like we were all laughing. We're like, yeah, I guess if you don't know who Deadpool is, you could think that.
You could, absolutely, yeah.
But so I've liked Deadpool since he was Ninja Spider-Man.
That's great.
And then Lobo, Mystique. I like those characters. Those characters are interesting to me because they're
complicated.
They're complicated, yeah. But like X-Men, for me, it's always been Storm and Nightcrawler. But part of the reason I like those characters is they have complicated backstories, right?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, I like that. I like how you're tying them in with like great storylines and
Mhm.
complicated personalities and backstories. And I like that. That's cool. That's real cool.
Yeah.
Because all those characters are great. I mean, Nightcrawler, that'd be an awesome character to get a crazy commission of. The way they could do the shadows and the coloring, I could see that being really cool. I'd like that. And Storm, always a top tier character to get a commission from, because that is, people can do some very beautiful work, very beautiful. I've seen some immaculate pieces done of
Mhm.
Storm, to where it's like, wow,
Yeah.
and I actually really like to see how people do like powers, how they
Mhm.
show powers. So mutants and anyone who's got some kind of power set, I love to see that. So that's really cool. Like
Yeah.
I have all these man things, but I don't have anyone yet showing him doing his powers, like burning somebody alive due to fear.
Mhm.
So that it's that's working. That's working. Because I think I want that to be a bigger piece. So it's in there. It's working. I'm gonna figure it out. Got to
Yeah,
iron
that
it
would be really cool. And I was just thinking, you just don't really see that character drawn using his powers hardly ever anyway. Like not as like a pinup. I mean, it's one thing like when you're reading a comic, obviously, but like as a pinup or a cover, or I mean, I can't think of a time where I've seen more than just kind of the character by himself or
Yep.
something generically,
Or like the
nature-esque.
after effect of his power. Sometimes you see, but
Yeah.
you don't see somebody like burning. Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like disintegrating into like ash. Because that's
Yeah.
really what it'd be. And you'd have to show their face somehow, like actually depicting fear. And Man Thing just like over like towering over
Yeah.
them. They're just little. I have some ideas. I wish I was an artist. I practice, but I'm horrible. Because I have all these crazy ideas of what to do. I can't put them on paper.
Yeah.
Can't put them on paper.
I
That's
was
what
just thinking you could do like a funny joke one where you're like, "Oh no, that guy's on fire," and then it's just chamber. Like, "Oh, I just look like this."
This is the actual character.
Yeah, that's just how I look. That's just how I look. So, and I love DC too, more Batman world, but I love all sorts of stuff. There was a time when I bought probably 40 comics a week. I mean, I was when I worked in comic shops and stuff, I was buying pretty much everything. And then I love plenty of small press stuff too. So I'm pretty open. I've loved comics my whole life. Um,
Nice.
but yeah, there are definitely some characters I'm drawn to more than others.
That's cool. That's cool. I like that. Yeah. I was doing like Man Thing and Rocket Raccoon, and now I'm starting to like, all right, I gotta like narrow my works into like, because now my sketch card binder is just getting huge. So I'm like, I gotta focus on what I really, really want. So Man Thing is definitely in there with raccoons, and
I
then
love raccoons too.
there you go. There you
When
go.
when I owned my home in the woods in the mountains in Colorado, we had a family of raccoons that would hang out. Like mom brought her babies. I love raccoons so much.
Yeah, they're the best. They're the best. All right, guys. So I'm pulling up TDartGallery.com. So do you want to like is there anything you want to highlight or point out or show
So
on
when
the
you
web?
go on the website, there's all the the buttons on top. If you know what kind of area, if you're just looking for commissions, boom, you can go right there. That kind of stuff.
Nice.
And then when you scroll down that column of artists on the left, that's all of the artists who I represent, and it's alphabetized by last name.
Nice. Nice. Wow, that's a great artist list.
Yeah, it's a wide variety. So I represent comic artists, illustrator, Magic the Gathering artists. Yeah, wide variety.
Very, very nice. Very excited. And who's going to be going to OAX out of your artists?
So Eric Grove,
Mm-hmm.
like we talked about, and then Jason Johnson. This will be the first show he's done in a very long time.
Okay.
And Jeremy Wilson's coming back.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Nice. Yep, and all their lists are full. And then also Sia Ohm is coming. She's already been announced, but we're going to be opening her pre-book list at a panel that we're going to be doing at Comic Art Live. Her list will fill very quickly, so I highly recommend people watch that panel. You'll get more information on that stuff. Hey, it's PJ.
Hey, brother, what's going on?
Keeping everyone busy tonight. You finally get out of one. You're out of one show, then you got to come to the other one.
PJ's the man. Did they open his list?
Yep, they opened PJ's list too.
Oh, okay.
Yep, PJ and Miko. Yeah, they're all open. We got like flooded. A whole bunch of stuff came in all at the same time.
Oh, wow. All right, hold on.
Yeah, PJ's got a bunch already, so.
Hold on. There's my buddy PJ. All right, what were we doing? I think we were doing 9 by 12. That's what we were doing with PJ. 9 by 12. That's what we were getting.
PJ's art's phenomenal. I was not familiar with PJ's art until we were planning for OAX this year, and we had a meeting. He had talked to Kazra, and we were chatting, and I'm like, this dude's art is insane. So that's one of the other things I absolutely love about what I do is I just get to see so much amazing work and meet amazing people all the time, and PJ just absolutely blows me away. So
yes, he's incredible. I mean, I don't know if you guys were able to see last week's stream, but on the stream, PJ donated an amazing magic sketch card on OAX cardstock that our friend Sonia, Jeremiah's wife, won. So congratulations again. And that was such a great piece. And thank you again, PJ, for donating it to the show for that giveaway. That was amazing. Such amazing work. So these are sketches that are available for purchase right now, right?
Yeah. So what you're seeing there on the main page, that's a snippet of like that's the newest stuff that's gone up. Okay. You can also see all the new art at the from the tab on the top, but this main page kind of gives you a little sneak peek of different things. So wow, you'll see that's some of the stuff that's left from the Spidey drop.
Wow, guys, there's some good pieces still on here.
There are pieces that I'm like, why is this still here?
Yeah, that's $70. Wow, guys, that's a great Venom sketch. That's just what I meant. These are great pricing. I mean,
click on Charles's J. Jonah Jameson. That's like one of my favorite pieces from the whole drop, and I don't know. It's just because it's not a character a lot of people collect, but this piece is so good. Yeah,
it totally. You could see Spider-Man in the background on the picture, and it's so funny. You can hear him yelling.
Yeah, like his eyes are like super red. They're like gonna pop out of his head. It's very good, and Charles utilizes like every bit of that card. Yeah, the colors are so vibrant. This is just all of his other stuff sold, but I was surprised this one didn't also go.
Yeah, that's a great piece. That's cool. I love it. Great colors. And every time I see, like I could hear what's his name, the State Farm guy yelling.
Yes.
The guy who plays Invincible. Yeah, these are great sketch cards.
And then that drop was, I think it started at close to 60 or 70 cards. So there's just a few left.
Yeah.
And there are some left from the Superman drop too. That was the one in July. If people are wondering how I decided to do the theme, I decided I wanted to do sketch card. There you go. You can see the Superman ones. Mm-hmm. I decided I wanted to do sketch card drops because I wanted, stuff to be available for everybody. This is Jason Johnson, so he'll be at OAX. But that's where it started from, and the themes were based on. I look at like what stuff's coming out this year and whatever. So the Superman drop came out at the beginning of July, timed around when the movie came out. And then the Spider-Man drop was the weekend that the Spider-Man Magic the Gathering set came out. So that's all it's based on. They don't have to be based on anything, but I was just looking at like that kind of inspired me to have them for those days. I love Mr. Terrific. Yeah. That's another character I really like. Charles killed it here.
That's a great sketch, Charles. I like that a lot. These are some good pieces, guys. Is Batman still available too?
Yep.
Jeez, Donnie. That's my boy Donnie. These are two good Batman pieces right here, guys. I like that one too. Batfleck.
Yep, Batfleck.
He's my Batman. Like,
so the new items page is everything that's been added in the last 90 days, regardless of who it's from or whatever. It's just in like reverse chronological order. And then you can search any artist name. If you click on it, it'll take you to their stuff. And then you can just go to original art in general, and it has all the artists by name, even the ones that I don't rep. So,
oh, okay, cool.
Anybody into card art, I have a handful of things left for Ryan. Some Avatar stuff that he worked on. I think the Street Fighter stuff all sold, but we have a few things. So yeah, some stuff from Sia. Wow. I'm excited to see what commissions she gets. They're gonna go quick. But
and you said you'll be opening her up on Comic Art Live.
At Comic Art Live, we'll have a panel. So once people see the schedule, you'll see it on there. We're going to be doing a lot of pre-OAX stuff sprinkled here and there throughout Comic Art Live. So
that's very awesome to hear. That is a beautiful piece.
Yeah, her stuff is absolutely gorgeous. She has a Kickstarter up right now too for a creator-owned book. We'll be talking about that at her panel too.
She does great female characters. This one's really cool.
Yeah, that was a variant cover, I think, for Emerald City Comic Con. Yeah, so that's why it's got the whole city.
Yeah, that's cool.
In the background, which is really fun.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Well, I guess I don't think you'd be able to tell us, but do you know what like slots she's going to have, like sketch cards, or is it going to be
we will definitely have sketch cards. We are working on I'm going to be working on some options and pricing with her in the next few days, but she will definitely be taking sketch cards, she's never done that before. So really? Yeah, she's never taken them. Jason Johnson, this was the first time he's taken sketch card commissions. So, I'm trying to get everybody on board, and my artists have been incredible. I don't know why this piece is still left. Jason didn't participate in the Spider-Man drop, but he did 2 pieces for the Superman drop. The first one, the other one that sold was done like panels, like comic book panels, and it was like that. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's Superman, but without the words. It was really cool. And then this one, which I'm really shocked hasn't sold yet, but yeah, I'm excited to see. He's already shown me some of his sketch cards that he did for the show. So they're really cool.
I like that. I like the Superman's great.
Yeah.
I hope people see it from the show and jump on it. That's great. The watercolor.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm going to miss out. I'm not going to miss this opportunity. I will be jumping on a sketch opportunity if I can. It all depends if my fingers are fast enough.
Yes. Very cool. Some of them you got to be really quick.
Yeah, no joke. No joke. You got to play the game.
But yeah, if anyone's interested in any of my artists and they missed out on the pre-books, just reach out to me and I can always put you on a waiting list. And then, if that doesn't pan out, then, I can see if you want to get something at the show, and we can always work that out. So
very cool. Yeah, don't miss out, guys. These are some great pieces. I'm surprised they're still available. So make sure to check this website, join the email, and you guys will not miss out on the next one. So you're saying you're shooting for next year for the next art drop, themed sketch drop?
Yeah, I mean, I would love it to be in January, but that's looking really tight right now. So, I don't know yet.
Is the next drop going to have your the specific card stock, or is that something?
Yeah, so that's why there's going to be a delay, because I don't want to do the next one until I'm all ready with the new stock and the new design and everything for that set. And because I'm doing a checklist and everything too, right? So more preparation and all of that stuff, and assigning characters to artists. I'm also always open to ideas from people. Okay. Different drop ideas and what people would like to see.
Now, how's your checklist list going to be? Is it going to be like you're just going to say Eric Grove, 5 sketches in this set, these are the characters he did, or are you actually going to like scan the cards when you receive them? Like what are you going to do?
My goal is to scan the cards when I receive them, and so there will be a QR code. Whoa. So the card will have the artist names and like the cards they did, and then there will also be a QR code so that you can go to the folder where I'll have all of those images so that people can see exactly like, oh, this, you know, Eric Grove did a man thing, but what does it look like? And then you can actually go look at it.
Oh, I love that. That is great. I think people should, I think companies should be listening to what you're going to be doing with this, because that's an incredible idea. I like that a lot. I hope this goes very smoothly. You know, if it ain't January, you know, you got a lot going on. You know what I mean? You got the holidays. You got to prep for OAX. Yeah. You know, for like 2 hats, like we're saying. So yeah, I mean, power to you if you can get it done. That I will be taking part of whenever you get it out there, because I'm very intrigued, especially if you're saying you're shooting for X-Men.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna do X-Men. That'll be a big drop. It'll probably be 100 cards.
Wow.
The only way it won't be X-Men is if I decide to do a small drop. I might not, or I'll do something really focused.
Okay.
In X-Men, you know what I mean? If I did that.
All right, cool.
But people have been wanting an X-Men drop, so I'm like, yeah, okay, we'll do that next.
I like that. Yeah, there's so much you can do with X-Men, right? Mutants. Yeah. You know, so I really like that a lot. And I will be taking part of it. I like X-Men. X-Men's what I grew up on. Yeah. You know, it was a big part of my childhood. Yeah.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I got enough allowance every month. I got $1 a week allowance. Which is, you know, it was just enough every month to buy 1 comic book, and 1 pack of cards, or I could get 2 comic books. So sometimes it was 2 comic books.
Okay.
Usually it was 1 comic book and 1 pack of cards.
Very good. That's cool. I don't want to promote this, but you know what I originally did? My mom had one of those water containers, you know, like for like a, you know, the water, but it's the big jug one.
Oh, the 5-gallon thing.
Yeah, there you go. 5-gallon jug of water, but it was, you know, empty, and she used to put all the change in it. I used to raid that thing all the time when I was a kid, because the Joker Child was like right around the block from my house. So technically I was allowed to walk there because I didn't have to cross a major road. So I could do the back street there and then come up the back corner, and then I was at the store. So yeah, I used to raid my mom's change drawer, the big water jug, all the time for it. She'd be like, "Are you taking change from me?" I go, No. But yeah, it's like getting lower and lower and lower.
Don't do that, kids.
Don't do that, kids.
My dad had a big giant one. It was that size, but it was glass. I don't even know where he had it from, but but his was all pennies. He just would keep all of his pennies. So, but I didn't. One time I wore, when I got big enough, like I wore one of my mom's coats for something, and I reached in the pocket and I found like $5, and I gave it to my mom. I was that kind of kid.
Okay.
Well, Mom, there was $5 in your jacket. I was that kind of kid. That's just who I am. So
that's great. You know, that's great. That's how my son is. So I'm like, at least I raised him right.
I mean, it's no shade. It's a totally normal thing for kids to do. It just, for me, I just never did that. But it is a very normal thing.
That's how I got a bunch of, you know, because I originally started cards with my stepfather, but then he passed. So I was like, I still want to get cards. I did do chores. I had an allowance. I wasn't a bad kid.
No, I had the list of chores I had to do. No, I had a friend who every year she would go in her parents' closet and unwrap all of her Christmas presents so she could see what they were, and then rewrap them. And I'm like, I don't want to know what my Christmas presents are. I don't care if I open the closet and see him sitting on the floor. I'm not going to touch him. But she didn't. We just didn't understand each other's thought process at all. We're just very different that way.
I had 3 younger sisters growing up, so we were all different. So I totally understand what you mean. But my little sister would be in on it sometimes. My mom still loves us. It's all right. You live and you learn.
That's what kids do. It's a totally normal thing. That's what kids do. And taking change is like, that's whatever. You're not going in your parents' wallet and taking
No.
You
It
know?
was just change. It was just change.
Yeah.
It'd be funny though, because you try to be doing it all sneaky, and then the thing would be like, would be making this crazy noise because it's all falling out of the thing. You're like, oh no. So, yeah, don't do that.
Because you can't really stick
Nope.
your hand. You got to kind of dump it out.
You got to dump it out, and it makes so much noise when you dump it out. So yeah,
they probably knew. They were like, just pretend it's not happening.
Yeah. Let them walk to the comic book store.
Yeah.
But so when it comes to like collector trends and insights, right now in original art, are you seeing anything that's really hot? Certain artists, characters, modern or vintage?
I think you always see, when there's a new character that's popular, you always kind of see those characters come in. But I think that we've reached this time in collecting that you don't just have to collect what's the new thing. I think it's kind of like that, like the same thing with fashion, right? Like, oh yeah, certain trends are coming in or whatever. Yeah. But also we've reached this point where whatever you like is cool. It doesn't matter what it is. And so we're seeing people finding older stuff, older books, and getting interested in those, but also new stuff. I think if you're looking at time period with collectors, there's always this like 20 to 30 year thing. So it's the stuff that you were nostalgic about when you were a kid. 20 to 30 years later, you can go back. So collectors like between their 30s and 50s are usually the sweet spot because they have the nostalgia. They want the things that they couldn't get when they were a kid, or they want to rebuy it or whatever, or buy the original art pages now for whatever. And then they have the income to be able to do that. So we're, definitely seeing a spike in those ranges. And if you look on like auction house results and stuff, you'll see, in those ranges. But I think generally collectors collect all sorts of things now. So there's just really wide range, which I really appreciate that. People just like what they like, and they don't worry about, I need to collect this thing because this is what everybody else likes. Like it's okay to just like your own thing.
Absolutely. For me with comics, I mean, like you said, it's a nostalgia thing, and our generation, or at least most range of that our generation, are Toys R Us kids, right? We don't want to grow up. So now that we got adult money, we're like, oh, you know what? I loved that comic run when I was a kid. Comic original art, published art. Oh, maybe I'll get a page from it now. So we're just kind of like evolving now. Like as we're getting older, we're like, but we're still those kids at heart. So I totally get that, because like the X-Men run with Chris Claremont. Like if I had money, that's a page. Any page would be somewhere. I'd love to own that. You know what I mean? Like, so like as I'm getting older and I'm starting to make a little more money or be able to put more away, I'm like, oh, maybe I could save up for something like that. That's just so nostalgic to like to your own childhood, and it could be different for everybody else. You know what I mean? A different comic, different artist, different. You know what I mean? So I really like that. That was cool.
And there's different ways to collect too, depending on what works for you. So like, if what you really care about is a certain artist, but maybe the budget's limited, artists have books that they worked on that were more popular, books that were less popular. So you can find original art pages, like even like Jack Kirby, right? We'll use Jack Kirby as an example. Tons of very, very, you can get some, sky's the limit for prices on Jack Kirby art. Yeah. But there are things out there that are very affordable. If you just love his art, there are a lot of books that he worked on that were not as popular as other books. And so you can get something from that. If you care more about the character, then you can find what works in your price range as far as what books that character was in, what artists worked on it. Because again, there's a huge range there. So it just depends. Some people want to save up and wait until that one page that they've wanted forever comes up, and then they just go for it. And no matter how much it is, and it's 5 figures or whatever, it's this huge amount and they buy it. But that is absolutely not required. So you just have to think about, what is it, the thing that's important to me here? What is it that I want? And you can always get something now, and then in the future, get that other thing.
Oh yeah.
You
Trade
know?
up.
Yeah. So you can enjoy that Jack Kirby, not X-Men page now.
Yeah.
You know, and enjoy it and love his art. And then in the future, you have the money, you're going to go for it. Then you can buy that X-Men page. And then you can sell the other page, or you can keep both. It doesn't matter. But there's a lot of different ways to collect. And it doesn't have to be one or the other. It's just whatever works best for you.
That's perfect. That was a perfect way to say that, because that's the truth. And yeah, you could always trade up or trade for something. That was something that I'm learning more and more as I'm getting more involved with, like, calf galleries and all that. You're like, oh, well, I might have something you want versus what so there's possibilities. It's almost like the avenues are open for you. So just if you want to get in, just get in. Just jump into the pool. Just go for it, because there will be because like what I've seen with Sketchcards is, you may not have been able to purchase it now. Oh, I know who owns it. That person may hold on to it. Or if that card gets sold, you probably know where it's going. So there's always the possibility of one day you going, oh, you know what? Now I have enough saved, or now I have enough, or I have trade fodder. I pulled something that I know that they're going to want. So it's always good to just have those avenues open up for you. And you just got to go for it. Otherwise, you're never going to know what you can get out of it. So like I said, I got that. I wasn't going to get it at first. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to get it. I really don't want it. And then I was like, you know what? I do want to get the Man Thing cover corner page, because I was like, that's actually pretty cool. You know what I mean? So I'm excited for that. And that wasn't expensive. It wasn't expensive. I mean, it's only a corner page, but it's an 11 by 17.
Yeah.
They shrunk it, to put it on the comic, but you know what I mean? So that's really cool. So I'm excited to see what it's going to look like. And I'm going to put that on the wall. I still got to figure this wall out, but that's something I'm excited for. And this is it's something smaller. So, you know what I mean? It's not a big piece. So it's more and more and more. I'm like, oh, you know what? So now OAX has opened up, because that's really what it was. That for me, at least, the avenue, or now a whole new collecting experience of published comic art, which is splash pages. So I'm really into that. I'm looking forward to seeing what will be at OAX. And while I was looking at your website, I saw there's a bunch of splash pages on there. So I'm going to be taking a deep dive when I have some downtime to take a look at some of those splash pages you got on your website, because those.
Yeah, and of course I'm happy to bring anything to OAX, and I will tell people, if there's stuff you're interested in, let me know in advance, because I can only bring so many things. So I have to cherry pick what I'm going to bring to the show. And inevitably, there's always a person who goes, oh, I wanted to see this. And I'm like, well, I didn't bring that. So if there's something you want to see, and if you buy something, I could bring it to the show, no problem. But even if there's something that you're like, I might be interested in that, can you bring it? I probably can. Just let me know, and I can, unless it's some weird off size or something, I can probably bring it.
Okay, cool. That's great to know. So make sure you guys communicate. That'll be good to know. So let's see about the giveaway. What do we got? Oh, guys, we only got 4 people in the giveaway. So let's hit, what do we got? We got 14 people live with us right now. So hit pound ramble on. That's pound ramble on to be entered in the giveaway. Tony entered it. So we do not want Tony to win. We do not want Tony to win. Tony has won so many. We have to let other people win. No, I'm kidding, Tony. You're good. You're good. If you win, I have a little envelope that I'm making for Tony to bring to OAX.
Nice.
For him to lane. I like to do that all day. Oh, there we go. Boom. We're jumping on now. Awesome. Awesome, guys. Yeah, Tony. Tony, you always win. The Canadian luck you got there. You got the Canadian luck. You got other Canadians in there with you, though, today. So maybe PJ wins. Maybe Dre wins. Well, the Canadians we got with us tonight. So you never know. You never know. All right, guys. That's awesome.
You're going to have to cut off those Canadians. That shipping is so much money now.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it. What are we supposed to do now?
I know. I just had 2 packages sent to me from Canada, and I just can't even with how difficult everything is right now. It's ridiculous.
Did they fix the strike?
I think it's done. I pretty much just always use UPS. Is it? I don't know if it's still happening. Tony, you tell us. Is the strike still on? Because yeah, strike means we can't use the regular post office. So then you either are paying extra for like a UPS, FedEx, or whatever, or you wait.
Yeah, I'm just gonna UPS stuff to them. Strike is rotating strike. It's going on and off, on and off. Well, I hope you get some stability soon.
The hard thing about that too is if you go, oh, the strike's off, you can mail something. It can get halfway there. The strike starts, and then that item just sits, and it just sits for like months.
Yeah, and then you're like biting your teeth, like, where is it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I've learned that if I'm going Canada or Mexico, it's UPS. If I'm going over the seas, DHL. That's what I do personally.
I use UPS for everything international. Is pretty much UPS. Almost always, yeah.
There you go. Yeah, DHL is pretty good when you're going Pacific. UPS is great if you're going like England, Europe. But
DHL is just a matter of, in most of the U.S., it can be very difficult to find a DHL.
Find one. Yeah.
But in a lot of the rest of the world, DHL is a major shipper, but it can be very hard to find a place to even use DHL. So
there's an industrial lot not too far from us. It's like 5 blocks away. They've got a box for every major carrier. So you just drop it right in their box. It's pretty easy. So I'm like,
that's great.
Yeah. Like, but otherwise, I don't know where there's a DHL store. You know what I mean? They could actually go. But big Canada's, And I got to ship something to, I got to ship stuff to Tony and to PJ, which is both Canada. So it's going to be like, what?
Opposite sides of the country.
I know.
We always joke. So Tony lives right across. So Matt DiTullio lives in the Buffalo area. So he's right on the U.S. side of Lake Ontario. And Tony's right on the other side. And I'm like, we just need to get one of those little boats. Like you buy the little boat. It's got the tiny little motor and just put the stuff in it and just send it across. Yep.
Or drones.
And Tony can wait on the other side for the little
Send
boat
the drone over. Canada will think we're going to war with them. And it's just like, no, I'm just getting my art across.
Or we might have to start carrier pigeoning stuff,
There you go.
Yeah. That's the plan, Tony. That's how we got to do it. Little tiny boat. I mean little, like this, like toy boat.
Toy boat. Hey.
Little toy tugboat pulling it across. Yeah, they might drone strike that. So maybe we need a pigeon.
Pigeons.
Yeah, well, a Canadian goose. We'll have a Canadian goose that we will hire on Team CAF that will take things back and forth from Canada. I mean, I think it's a great model. I rep 2 artists who are in Canada. I have tons of clients in Canada. I think it's worth the investment.
We just tell them, like, meet me at the border. We'll just trade at the border.
I know.
or meet at Niagara Falls. Like, or do you claim anything? You're like, nah, I brought these here.
It's a paper airplane. Just throw it over.
There you go.
Yeah, maybe I just need to, when I get my next place, I was looking at Montana anyway, I'll just be right at the border because then it's a land crossing. We don't even have to worry about water. I can just meet somebody right there on the road.
Yeah, true. Tony, so close, but so far.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to run this giveaway. I'll give you 10 more seconds. Let me make sure I'm sharing the page. I don't want to think it's rigged and Tony wins for some reason.
It's rigged to only pick from Canadians.
Right? All right, guys. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck. Who's it going to be? PJ! Still a Canadian.
Told you, it's only Canadians. There's something about the system you're using to draw winners. Is it based out of Canada?
That's right. It's a Canadian-based company.
Yeah. I was gonna laugh if Kaz were one because I would have been like, "Yep, you're gonna have to mail him one mystery sketch card."
Yeah, his own.
And I want to see Kazra videotape himself opening the one card.
No, I wouldn't even send them a blank. I would try to draw MODOK on it and send it.
There you go.
It wouldn't be good.
That's fine.
But it'd be a one of one.
It would be. It would be. Well, congrats, PJ. We know you'll put that to good use.
Yeah, right. He will. He will. 100%.
You can just save his up and bring it to OAX too. So.
I'm gonna that. Well, that's actually what I'm doing with a bunch of the giveaway winners are actually going to be going to OAX. So I'm like, all right. So I've just been writing like their names on little envelopes and just putting it in there. And
nice.
There's one guy that we're going to try to do get something for him at OAX on the blank he won. So we'll see.
Oh, nice. That's very nice of you.
Yeah. So cool people, good people, good people. But yeah, congratulations, Tanya. I just wanted to say, Tatiana, I just wanted to say thank you again for coming on. Huge thank you. Tatiana is giving us the inside scoop of mystery sketches, art drops, commissions, and all things original art. Make sure to go check out TDartGallery.com. Look for any upcoming drops, commission opportunities, and artists taking part in Comic Art Live mystery sketches. Collect what you love, enjoy the hunt, and don't forget to protect your cardboard and your canvas. Thanks for listening. And as always, my friends, ramble on. Have a great night, all.
Bye, everyone.